Hello survivors, welcome back into the unknown. So this will be a bit different video. I'm gonna show you guys how I prevented my Helldivers from crashing. And I used a method which has been working for at least, if not more than 1 month. And I haven't been crashed like a single time. So I've seen a lot of people having crash issues when I checked the Helldivers main Discord. And I thought maybe I'll make a video to share my methods to prevent the crashing, and maybe you guys will be able to have a proper helldiving experience right now. Try this method. It should work. If it doesn't work, you can always revert back. So first of all, open your Steam, go to library, and then find your Helldivers. Go to right click on the Helldivers, go to properties. In general, in launch options, do this. Type 2 hyphens, use another hyphen, D3, D11. So what it does is forces the game to run in DirectX 11 API rather than DirectX 12, which is the default API the game uses. I think how it works is basically the Helldivers 2's engine uses a lot of CPU, but DirectX 2 I think tries to use more GPU for its game. So maybe there's a bit of a clash between them. I'm not sure. But using DirectX 11 has helped me a lot, gave me a lot of performance boost. And also I have never crashed a single bit. Maybe you can crash the game while you're actually exiting the game. Like you're quitting the game and the game gets stuck, but that's not really a problem. You can always like close the game from Steam or from the task manager. But I haven't crashed the game a single time during gameplay or when while I'm on my destroyer. So first do this thing. Then you have to do one more thing. After you put that DirectX 11 code into the launch options, next thing you have to do is go to your C drive, go to users, and then find your PC's name, which is, well, here I'm using my own name. Then app data. Oh, by the way, in case you can't see this app data over here, it could be hidden. If you're using Windows 11, go to view, hover over the show, and there will be hidden items. You just check this mark and it will appear. If you're using an older version of the Windows, so then what you can do is search control panel. Go to the search. Just type folder, nothing else. This will appear and you will see show hidden files and folders. And there's the option. Check this one, apply, okay, and you should be able to see this one. You can just refresh once and it will appear. Go to app data, then roaming, arrowhead. Now, when I did my fix, I actually deleted whole arrowhead folder, but I heard from someone else that if you have other games made by Arrowhead, there will be more folders over here. So maybe you wouldn't want to delete the Arrowhead folder. Just get into the Arrowhead and delete this Helldiver 2 folder, which includes like every settings you have set in the game, like graphic settings, controls, and it also deletes a thing called shader cache, which DirectX 12 uses. If you have that in here, the game will not work properly. So yeah, delete this one. And then next we have to go back to the game. First time when you launch the game, I think it would take a few more seconds than usual for the game to load, and it will stay on black screen. But later it wouldn't take that long. All right. So back in the game, and I'll show you a few settings which I use, and it made my game run a lot more smoother. So you have to go to the controls. By the way, it will be all reset, so you might have to set all this text to what is it called, text to speech or something like that. If it prompts, just do the usual thing. And yeah, so after that, you I would suggest turn this to off. I mean, it's just basically probably PlayStation collects data and shit. Don't bother, really. Players give enough feedback to the devs directly via Discord or their link anyway. You don't need these two things. It's kind of pointless. So you have to go to the display. Brightness is up to you. I should put it on weak. I haven't used too much camera shakies, but regardless, the method you have to use is, I'm using my native resolution is this 1920 by 1080, which uses a 16:9 aspect ratio. So what you have to do is lower this to 1366 by this. This is the next resolution combination for 16:9 aspect ratio. And then you have to put it on borderless window. Putting on full screen, if you alt tab, the game kind of does weird things. Don't, and keep VSync always off, it's pointless. Put the resolution on this one. If you use some other aspect ratio, you might want to use resolution according to that one, but because mine is 16:9 aspect ratio, that's why I put it in 1366 by 768. So after that, your game's probably running at native. Put it to super sampling. And if you, now the reason you have to reduce this is, if you put it on your native recommended or your monitor's actual resolution, and then turn on super sampling, the GPU just gonna be like, it will use GPU by a lot. Basically your game will have lags, like not lags but FPS drops, you know, because it's using too much GPU. So yeah, reduce this, use super sampling. Basically super sampling, what it does is just doubles the resolution to remove the AA artifacts, and it's kind of balance the thing. Turn off VSync, pretty pointless. Don't use a framerate limiter in game. I would suggest don't use framerate limiter on any game, like in-game settings. Don't use it. If you want to limit your frame rates on any game, do it from the NVIDIA control panel or the AMD's driver control panel. It's much better and much more stable. The in-games ones doesn't work properly. I've tested in many games and it always have that weird spikes and stuff. Don't use it. Now do this, and one thing is, if you see this, it looks very clear, right? But if you, when the first time you change these settings for, let's say let's change this one, I hit apply, it will look all this blurry and stuff. Now you might think, oh, it looks so bad, just restart the game. I promise you. Oh, my game is capturing it's in a weird area, but anyway, just restart the game and it will be fixed. So I'll just restart the game and I'll show you. I will not change any settings and just normally restart the game. Okay, turn the game back on and you see it's clear again, and I'm still using the reduced resolution over here. See? So I think the super sampling affects the game later, maybe after you restart, I don't know. But anyway, there's few options. Motion blur, I mean, I don't know why people would use it. I mean, these settings doesn't matter. This is GPU bound, you don't need to worry about this. So texture quality, lighting quality, anti-aliasing, and this to ambient occlusion, I think, space screen, global illumination. These things are GPU bounded, they do not use CPU. I haven't noticed any differences on CPU impacts, but all this option which is set in low and lowest, object detail quality, render distance, shadow quality, particle quality, reflection, volumetric fog quality, volumetric clouds quality. These options, the vegetation ones, all of the settings affect CPU usage in this game. Maybe because this game is so CPU bound, so I think most of the options just uses CPU by default. And this settings kind of works. I think it's supposed to reduce your CPU usage and put that load into the GPU. If you keep this on yes, that's what it's supposed to do. But you can play it or play around with it. Try keeping it off or on depending on your system. I keep this on because it actually helps. When there's so many bots or bugs attacking you, you will see like huge spike in CPU usage. Turning it on actually reduced the usage by quite a lot, like 5-10% or something like that. So basically what it does is puts the AI calculation into the GPU. It might work in some systems, might not work in some systems, so you just have to like switch around a bit. But these all settings will affect your CPU. If you do not have a like very high powerful CPU, you can keep these options on low quality, and it doesn't really affect your visual too much. I mean, in the heat of the battle you wouldn't really notice all of this except for the particle quality, but then again, this is probably the most game breaking one currently in the game because the explosions are really badly optimized. And you probably would have noticed when the tanks blow up or big 500 kilogram drops or the cluster bombs drops, you will know there's like a sudden stutter. And I think that's about it. Yeah, these are all the tricks you can use. Basically, I never had a single issue in my game for past 1 month. Now it might work on your system, might not, but I suppose it should work. I mean, it's nothing really too complicated for a different system. So yeah, try this methods, see if it works. If it works, let me know in the comments. So yeah, if this helped you, drop a like and subscribe to the channel. I usually never thought I would make this kind of video, but because I like this game so much and I just want the other Helldivers to have fun playing their game, not crash like every 5 minutes or so after playing the match when you're extracting with like, let's say 40 samples. That's painful. If you like this, drop a like, subscribe to the channel and check out my other video contents. I usually make videos about other games like story mode games and stuff, horror games or zombie and etc. etc. So yeah, I will take my leave now. See ya.